Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Swinging at the last thing that moved. It's the audience of one show at Conroe's 106.1 and 104.5 FM, streaming on irlonestar.com and available wherever you tend to get your podcasts from, including Spotify now. On today's show, we discuss the Barefoot Society, swallowing your food whole, and talking to seagulls. I am Andrew, maestro of the run sheet, next to the man who once rode a hotel vacuum. It's Dick. I want to go kill iguanas. Schisler.
What's up?
That's right, we are back on Spotify, baby. To all of our
Yeah, you were no help.
throngs of people.
You were no help.
I think the person who identified the problem is a large help.
No,
that would be me.
No, you're the guy that goes, hey, there's a problem. And then they're like, but I don't know what's going on. I just know it's just not appearing. I'm like, oh, so like everyone else talking to the station saying the episodes are not appearing.
I'm glad I could help.
So there's nowhere for me to start.
Well, you're the sound engineer. Engineer some sound, bruh. Come on.
Luckily, one of our attentive other hosts we have here at Lone
Right,
Star
yeah,
Community
that
Radio
wouldn't be me. Mm-hmm.
went out of his way and found out some keywords that I needed, and then I'm like, oh, I know exactly what that is.
Yeah, I guess my tech speak of brokey, no worky didn't work for you, huh?
Yeah.
Wasn't enough information.
Did you try turning it off, then back on?
Refresh the feed, which I did.
Yeah.
But we're back, baby. Back on Spotify. Everything is great with the world again, man.
Yeah. There
Well,
we
I am
go.
starting to see more and more Christmas lights up, Dick.
When I walked in today, I was like, oh, great.
Yeah, the office, what do you call this?
know,
The welcome area is
I
all
will say
decorated up for Christmas
there's certain-
in mid-November.
When the city does stuff like that, I always wonder if they recognize that people come into the studio.
Yeah, they kind of blocked the entrance
they-
to the studio.
Yeah. And remember that time?
noticed that.
Remember that time they had some type of like catering thing, and they just put a table right.
They
in
sure
front,
did, right in front of the door.
Right in front of the door, and I'm sitting there going like,
Yeah, this is how we enter and leave the studio.
yeah, it's kind of funny.
But if I
But-
were to go up to you and say, hey, man, mid-November, November 10th, 15th, whatever, heck, even today on the 21st, I say, hey, man, Merry Christmas. It's going to be kind of weird, right? You're going to look at me like, what? But yet we find it's perfectly okay to put out these decorations in the middle of November. I don't get it, man. Can't we just wait till at least December 1st?
I just say he is risen every day.
Every day? Well, but that's appropriate every day, Dick.
Is it though? I thought that was more of an Easter thing.
Well, yes, I suppose, but it's
He's
not
risen.
indicating a
No,
holiday specifically.
I do love people's passion for anti-holiday stuff.
It's not that
Like
I
you
have
really,
a passion
you really,
for it.
You know, every holiday
I
you get
just
upset
don't
about
understand.
something else.
I swear it gets a little earlier each year, man.
But who cares?
For the exact reason I just said. If I go up to you and say, hey, man, Merry Christmas, you're going to look at me like, okay.
I'll be like, Happy Kwanzaa, dog.
Doesn't make any
Or is
sense.
it Merry Kwanzaa? I don't care.
I know you don't care.
If anything, that's a nice thing to say to somebody. I'm like, well, thank you.
Okay. There's
Same-
got to be a cutoff at which it's not
Same to
appropriate,
you.
though.
I would say the day after Christmas.
Because if you, using your Easter
He's
example.
risen.
Yeah, if I came and said, hey, man, have a happy Easter right now in November, that's a bit early, right? There
Well,
is a cutoff. There is
The
a
main-
line, and we're pushing
See,
it, man.
the issue is, that if you're looking for a solution, this is what you have to do. You get two options as Americans. We either, A, make Thanksgiving as big as Christmas, so there's a hard wall right there where people respect the end of November. We're like, hey, there's a hard wall for this month is Thanksgiving. That's what we're talking about. But no one cares about Thanksgiving.
You need to start giving gifts.
Or something.
people
You got to
care.
make it a big event. You got to, but like people don't like talking about us killing Native Americans.
Yeah,
and
Jeff Bezos needs to make it a bigger day than it is.
you know,
then it'll
they
get
need to
some
make it a
respect.
big deal. And if they don't, if that's something we don't want to do, then we just get rid of it altogether and just call it like fall holiday.
Fall-a-day.
Well, because the schools have to say something. You know, they always come up with these weird names where it's like why you're off school.
Right.
So just call it the fall holiday week or like fall break. You know, don't say Thanksgiving. Just say fall break, and you can talk about Christmas all November you want because there's no more wall.
That's right. I guess that's Happy Holidays covers it all, right?
Yeah, we can say that
anytime. There's always a holiday around the corner.
That's the solution for you. Is you treat it as November doesn't exist for Thanksgiving anymore. It's It's just the month between Halloween and Christmas. So basically, on November 1st, you can go all gung ho about Christmas.
All right.
You know,
I got it. You've convinced me.
Because I think the Christmas tree lighting is Tuesday.
Right.
I think.
Again, too early.
Too early. You're right.
But
again, no one respects Thanksgiving, really. So it's kind of like there are a few families that like to cook and just do a meal, which is great. But, I mean, if you're already a great family, you're already doing that all the time anyway.
It's true.
So,
well, we are going to try and get an episode in for next week. So if you're traveling, you get a nice road companion with a new episode, a hot, fresh Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah, we got to figure that out, don't we?
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
But, I was thinking the other day, I was talking to a bunch of friends because me being the bachelor that I am, a lot of people were reaching out, being nice, like, hey, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? And
sympathy.
And then
sympathy invite.
I told him, like, oh, I'm going to this thing where I'm cooking with his mom for a couple of days. And then when
that is some coded language right there. Well, going to this thing, cooking with this mom.
Yeah, his mom knows how to cook, so I'm going to cook.
They know that that's a made-up story. That's why they keep asking.
One of my buddies' mother is a great cook, and he's like, hey, my mom would love for you to come up and help. And I go, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I can help her. But then I started thinking to myself, the younger generations, including mine and yours, the amount of people who are our age don't know how to cook. They didn't grow up in that, especially in the South. Mom's always cooked.
That's right.
And even if it's just like cheesy chicken casserole, it's like a casserole. It's like the easiest thing. You throw like 3 cans of whatever into something.
It's on the label of the green beans, for crying out loud.
Yeah, so it's like...
Figure it out.
So I'm kind of curious to see what happens going forward for Thanksgiving and things like that when families are getting together to eat.
Well, I mean, I think...
Because now we have DoorDash and we have all that stuff.
Yeah, this is true. I was going to say, I think the same thing was true 50 years ago when our parents were little. They didn't cook. Their parents cooked. So at some point, the switch has to flip.
Our age doesn't cook. People, everyone I know I talk to, they're always like, man, you cook a lot. I'm like, well, do you eat? Like, yeah, I cook a lot. I cook and I eat.
I see what you're saying. Not even on off times, non-holiday meals, they're not even cooking. Gotcha.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm always food prepping or doing something. And then, but what do you guys do? Oh, we just DoorDash it or we eat out. And I'm like, what? That's crazy.
Yeah, and it gets expensive too, man.
Well, I wouldn't even say prices matter. Like, that doesn't matter. It's just kind of like, what do you...
Money's not an option.
Well, no, that's how you should live your life. Don't be tied down by the earthly things. But no, it got me thinking. I was like, I enjoy the process of cooking. And then, so now what I'm going to tell my friends, I'm like, oh, you guys must be fat then if you eat out, because I eat clean.
See how well that goes over.
Oh, I'm going to rub it in their face. Like, look at me. Look at you, fatty.
Okay, quiet, piggy. Hey, did you hear about the forced greetings at Target? The store Target, by the way?
Are we talking similar to like the Chick-fil-A forced greetings? Or are we
similar?
Talking...
So I think they did some market research, and some of the results showed that people thought that the folks working in Target weren't necessarily the friendliest.
I believe it.
So Target is implementing this new rule where if you're within 10 feet of a customer, they must acknowledge your existence with some kind of greeting. Merry Christmas in the middle of November, something.
No, I totally believe it, because if you think about how those 2 points are hitting that, the other point I'm talking about is the self-checkout. Because if you think about the shopping experience today, there's some places you could go to where you won't talk to anybody. Employees.
Right, the way it should be, the way God intended it.
And it's like, all right, well, why do I even come here? And
I certainly didn't come here to talk to the attendant. I came here to get some bubble gum.
You just hate the world.
Yeah, and some eggs.
But no.
So this matters to you then. Having a friendly greeting does make a difference to you.
Do you think your day improves when someone says, hey, how are you?
As long as you're not telling me Merry Christmas in November, I'm fine with it, man.
I'm gonna get you with that one somehow. I don't know how I'm gonna get you, but
I could just see. I don't know. I could just see these Target employees actively avoiding customers now because they didn't want to do it in the first place. Man, this is why they didn't say anything.
Because that's why I was always confused about by the wall meat greeter.
The what?
The Walmart greeter. Sorry, brain fart.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when you go in, they wouldn't say anything to you, and I was like, oh, they're just checking to make sure you're not
Checking
stealing.
receipts, baby.
So are they greeters or not?
I think some of them are, and so it depends on you. If you're coming in, they're greeting. On the way out, they're checking.
Okay.
Right? They're enforcing the
But
law.
no one goes in and out on the right door.
I've noticed they're backwards.
And then like what I love is now at HEB, I see so many more employees than like actual shoppers now because they're doing the curbside stuff.
Oh, I know. It's insane.
So it's insane, and I'm like, well, do they even know where this stuff is? Well, this guy has to know because he has his little thing out looking for butter on aisle, whatever. I was like, can I ask him where this stuff is?
No, I'm busy, bro. I'm shopping.
Well,
Leave me alone.
Well, that's what I was wondering. I was like, this is so bizarre to me.
You think I work at Target? Leave me alone.
Because that's why I love going to Lowe's or Home Depot.
Uh-huh.
Those guys are savants with the location of that store. Like you can ask, I bet they actually have a class.
Unless it's that one old man that's always trying to sell you a new AC unit. Because he's not actually an employee of Home
see, I
Depot.
never ran into that.
He's a vendor there selling
'Cause
like a
there's always-
Linux unit.
there's always a
like, bro,
person-
you've asked me 10 times in the last month if I need a new AC unit. I'm good.
But they're like when you go to Lowe's, there's always a guy that can I help you? And it'd be in a random aisle. It wouldn't be like his designated area. He'll be like, putting stuff up. And he'd say, hey, can I help you? Yeah, let's go over there, blah, blah, blah. Those guys, so they must train them very well. I guess at Target, it was just apes in a cage, just,
Guess so,
just living their life while working. Because I always enjoy seeing workers. But HEB confuses the hell out of me because they have stalkers, and then they have specialty item stalkers who probably work for the company of that item.
Vendors. Yes, they're vendors.
So like HEB,
And don't you dare ask them for the location of something in the store. They'll look at you and say, I don't work here, sir. I'm a vendor.
yeah.
Frito-Lay on this shirt right here, buddy.
Because now I shop at HEB because it's on the way home. I know most of the people by the first name, and actually a couple of them have been in the studio, which is wild. And now when I see Jeff, I'm like, Jeff, what's up, dude? I just say hi to him. I'm not. He's like the first couple times he goes, do you need help finding? I'm like, no, I'm just saying hi to you. And he's like, okay, cool. And I'm like,
Yeah, this guy's weird as hell.
no, actually he's in a band, and he's just it's a cool dude.
Oh, he's saying you are weird as hell.
Oh well, yeah. I just like saying hi to him. What's wrong? What's wrong with that?
Dick, we talked about canyons and ditches and ravines the past few episodes.
Yeah,
and
we learned
how they're all slightly different,
canyons,
but kind of the same thing. But I want to enter into, another player into this conversation. The moat.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with
Is that where
the moat?
Is that a location depending on the hemisphere?
No, it is defined as a deep, broad ditch dug around a castle for fortification.
Oh, okay. So there is some type of land source in the
Yeah, you
middle of it.
only see the moat in front of castles. So what we're saying is it's a ditch unless it's in front of a castle, whereby
or a home.
it's a moat. Yeah, I suppose it could
Need
be
to
a
be
home.
fully surrounded.
Yeah,
or it
and then
could
you have to
be-
like lower the drawbridge or jawbridge.
But you
Drawbridge.
but you have to be completely surrounded by water.
I would think so. Otherwise, it does nothing, right? You just walk around it. I think
So-
it's supposed to be, again, for protection, fortification. It does kind of remind me of like if you
When is too big of a moat? When does it not become a moat? So like
then it becomes a canyon
Australia, they have a moat technically, don't they?
all the way around that thing. If you
So-
believe that Australia is real, of course.
Well, yeah. Well, clearly. Not.
Clearly, yeah. That's what keeps all those cats there. They can't get out.
Yeah. You want to go hunting for cats?
And iguanas.
I gotta look that up real quick.
Well, you're gonna look it up like the cost. I don't think they have specialized trips just for
Dude.
cat mutilation, dude.
That story we talked about a couple weeks
Yeah, but I
ago
think it's for
is
people who
picking
live
up.
there.
It's picking up on hunting civilians during that Bosnian conflict. Was it Bosnia or where was it? Some conflict.
Yes, it was Bosnian conflict in the 1990s, Herzegovina or something along those lines. What I'm getting at is I don't think they're advertising like guided tours to go shoot cats in Australia, man. I think it's something that's it's on the down low, buddy. Trust me.
I'm looking up hunting trip.
my
I'm
God.
just so curious.
Killing iguanas, killing cats. You know what you're doing right now is you're messing up your algorithm.
Oh, no, dude, you do not want to know what's going on in my world.
Yeah. I have
So
a
I
feeling.
found, this is wild. You're going
Okay.
to love this.
All right, maybe I will.
I found some hunting trips that we can do foxes, rabbits, feral cats, and wild dogs. It's 2 days, $280.
What a deal! Just cost $3,000 to get there.
Yeah, but I'm just letting you know if you really want to go hunt.
I'm interested. Thank you for
hunt
finding
some
that out.
cats. You can use crossbows, guns, and
God, can you
rifles.
imagine putting a crossbow through a dog? Good God.
I mean,
It's horrible.
I think that's pretty extreme, man.
Sounds like it. All right, buddy, let's go ahead and
Yeah,
kick
you don't-
off
you don't
this
like
show.
this?
No, I love it. I love it, actually. I love the fact that you love it. That's really what
Well,
it is.
because it's real.
Yes,
Oh,
I wasn't denying that it was real. I was denying that the
Okay,
fact that
this
they're
is-
advertising it to Americans
I wanna show
as
you
some sort of
this.
trip.
So,
Oh my God, it
so
does.
I want to show
Dude,
you this.
That does look like someone's pet, though.
I know.
It says,
what I love,
are you showing this right
yeah,
now?
Oh yeah. I looked up. I go,
my
hunting in
God.
Australia, cats and whatever. So it goes hunt your wild cat or wild cats. In my mind, I immediately think of like bobcat or lion.
This literally
And
looks like something
this
you would
is-
feed.
Oh my God.
All right, buddy, let's go ahead and kick off
Ooh,
this
special
show,
offers.
please. I was out of internet most of the week this week. And as you know, the internet is my main source of information. So I was a little limited in my searches this week, but I think I did all right. Can you hit my show music, please, sir? He's lost, and he's like, man, $1,800, that's a pretty good deal.
No, the season for hunting.
There's a season?
It's a season, but look, it's January 1st through December 15th.
It's the whole year. So they take off 2 weeks for Christmas.
That's pretty great, dude. That's wild.
That's actually really funny.
Yeah, man.
That's really, I mean, that's not a season, that's just a holiday. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Britain's largest community dedicated to barefoot living has discovered that any internet forum focused on visible body parts will eventually attract exactly the demographic they were hoping to avoid. I think you know what I'm talking about. The Facebook group, which has over 700 members, committed to conducting their lives entirely shoeless, has introduced emergency screening procedures after discovering that not everyone joining their Facebook group shares their same passion for improved posture and connectivity to the earth. See, we've talked about that. But apparently some people are just really into feet. Go figure. So if you're the admin of this group and you're just wanting
I like
to
it.
espouse the beauties of living barefoot, you got to now deal with a bunch of freaks. Just send me some feet pics, bro.
Well, I mean, Facebook groups are a very interesting group of people.
They are, but listen to
can
this. It says the vetting process now includes a prominent disclaimer informing prospective members that, quote, this is not a foot fetish group. Followed by the notably defensive clarification, nothing against you.
Hold on, where's this group?
It's just not this kind of group. Great Britain, I believe.
No, I want to find it on Facebook.
Like,
to
it
me-
doesn't say the name of the actual group. But here, this is what I'm getting at: is can't you be both? Can't you be a foot fetish guy,
Well-
but also be into barefoot living? It seems like it's kind of the same person in some cases.
Well, the only thing I can think of right now is they're taking pictures of just their feet.
That's what they're saying to not do anymore.
Yeah.
So if
why
you're
would you be doing that in the first
in the first place, yes, you're misleading. You're leading them on, right? That's what you're saying. I think the pictures are supposed to just show people doing everyday, ordinary activities without any shoes, mowing the lawn,
Yeah.
washing the car. But then every now and again, somebody would be, look at this, and then picture. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
This one had 2,000 views. Why is that?
Yeah, I wonder why. I don't know, man. As I've said before on this show, I have shoes on practically all day, so I just can't identify with this barefoot enthusiast group, but I get it. I get it. Although, man, your feet got to get kind of nasty. You ever seen anybody who doesn't wear shoes a lot? It's like their feet are permanently discolored. Doesn't matter what they do to them. There's always some funk to them, man. That's why you got to wear shoes.
Like who? Who's the last person you ran into?
I'm not going to say names here on this show, but you know who you are if you listen.
Do I know somebody?
Oh, you might. I'm talking about me personally.
Oh. Whatever. Hold on. What's it called?
But I'm thinking if there's other groups,
Foot community? What do they call it? Barefoot?
barefoot community, Great Britain's barefoot community. I'm trying to think of another group that could have a problem like this, though. So, like, if you have like
Here we go. Got it.
an automobile enthusiast group, some of them have got to be sexually attracted to late model Chevys. So, I guess they have to put a disclaimer of like, take pictures of the car, but don't show the tailpipe. Because we don't want to attract the wrong kind of enthusiasts. It's the same kind of thing.
I found one.
Did you?
Oh yeah, dude.
Is it doing it for you? Is this the one, or are there multiple ones? Oh my. Society for Barefoot Living. That's it right there, buddy. Join quickly. Just don't join under the audience of one group.
I'm just checking it out, dog.
So are they just going about their everyday activities, purchasing a Starbucks
Well, this guy right
without
here.
shoes?
Good day, all as an Aussie. I do love the feel of hot, squeaky sand underfoot. What's your preference?
Oh, say it slower. Slower.
That's a language I do not understand.
Oh, man. Well, I think on your own time, Nick.
I
Sign up
like-
for this on your own time.
I like this right here.
Yes, sir.
I'm in an ongoing battle with the local senior center. They will not feed me because I'm a barefooter.
Barefoot discrimination?
Yeah, I have not worn shoes in 46 years. My doctor has written me a letter and all. My community is very upset about this.
Wait, what does the doctor have to do with this?
He wrote a doctor's note, so you don't have to
For
wear
what?
Don't have to wear shoes. The local pastor.
Is he claiming
and
this is
church
some kind of
officials-
medical condition?
I don't know.
This is hilarious.
The local pastor and church officials have said that this is wrong. The local store has made themselves known as being behind me on this issue. It's sickening to me to think about putting sinking shoes on.
Stinking shoes.
Sinking.
Sinking? Okay, I don't know what that
Sinking.
is.
I mean,
Sinking. All right, well,
I mean that.
I wish them well in their endeavors to weed out the foot fetish people and just
So that's what
living life.
Add that
amongst-
to what I would make Andrew do for money.
Right, join one of these groups.
No, I would make you have barefoot living, but then you have to get a job as a greeter at Walmart. So
No shoes, no shirt, no service,
First
bud.
thing they see is Andrew without any shoes on, greeting
Barefoot,
everybody.
nasty, all miscolored and
Well,
gross.
because I would say my first thought if I saw someone barefoot, I'd be like, oh, they might be homeless,
That's exactly right. They're down on their luck.
but they could be wearing a suit.
Right, I'm a CEO, bro.
Yeah, I don't that barefoot living, dude.
Living. Get this, Dick. This is a hilarious
Well,
story.
It's not
You're
kind
gonna
of
love
like
this.
isn't that an Asian thing too, where you take off your shoes?
Yeah.
And so like they're barefoot living.
They are indoors only, though. This is everywhere. Outdoors, indoors. That's so you don't bring all the nasty stuff outside,
How
inside.
long? I mean, that's still.
I mean, you've been to a man's urinal. You look down. There's always some splashback. It's just physics, bro. It's happening.
yeah.
You want to be wearing shoes for that. It's gross. Get this, Dick. You're going to love this story.
Better.
A random man
I already hate it.
allegedly slipped behind the wheel of a Canadian city bus.
Oh yeah.
And then he operated it as if he had just punched in for his shift, shocking a group of late-night commuters, according to authorities. This is weird, but this bizarre joyride began when the real driver stepped off of a Hamilton Street railway bus for a quick break, probably to catch a Pall Mall, maybe a little nip of some whiskey. On Tuesday, and that's when this other guy jumped in. Moments later, the bus, which was carrying roughly 10 passengers, lurched into motion. But the man behind the wheel was a completely different, unauthorized driver. Yet instead of causing chaos, the unidentified 36-year-old man, impromptu driver allegedly handled the bus stops with surprisingly skill, regularly stopped to pick up and drop off passengers along the route. He did eventually start to get tripped up a little bit and start taking side streets through neighborhoods, but all of the average Samaritans riding the bus started to help him out and give directions to get him back on the route. I don't know why this is so funny.
Is he looking for a job? Is that what's going on here? Or
I would think the fact that he did at least try to make all the stops should lessen his sentence. I mean, he has to be charged with something, but I mean, it has to be lessened because of that. Right. I mean, so it's okay. So let's see if this is in another situation where I'm a surgeon and I step out for some relief, as surgeons will do sometimes. And in pops Dick, who was a janitor, and starts operating. Obviously, I'm just going to give this surgery thing the old college try. That's going to have some real ramifications. But this bus driver, I mean, what do you charge him with?
Grand Theft Auto?
I don't know. Does it say what he was charged with?
I would say Grand Theft Auto.
Dang it. Says he started going down side streets. At one point, one of the passengers had to supply him directions. He was charged with theft, obstruction, and, quote, other offenses. I love that. What possibly could be the other offense?
That's figuring it out when we get there.
Right, yeah. We know there's other stuff in here.
We haven't opened the law book yet. This is just so...
If you're the type guy who's inclined to steal a bus and make the stops, we're going to find other things. Do you think he was in uniform?
Do you think he knew he was going to get in trouble?
You think he thought he was going to get away with it? No one's going to know.
Well, because like in my mind, the plan would be, I'm so tired of this bus taking so long to get to my stop. So when I'm going to get on, drive to my stop, not make any stops, and then I'll get out at my stop.
Yeah, maybe he just needed somewhere to go. And he's
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
But if I make a few stops in between, no big deal. He gets to his stop and then gets out.
Peace.
Bye. It's been great, everyone. Thanks for the ride. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
I know, it just seems like something you would do on a dare. Dare to go get in that bus and drive it around.
Because you know what weirds me out? That the like the Airbnb and the Ubers and stuff, you can ride share all that stuff.
You can now. You can share rides with other people.
That's
Strangers.
That's really
Complete
strange.
Strangers. We've got a story related to this in the second half of the show.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, the Airbnb thing is wild to me.
Oh, I bet some wild stuff happens there.
Well, because I mean, how much money are you really saving to stay in someone's house?
Probably 25-30% cheaper if I had to guess.
You think so?
Yeah. If you're sharing a ride or sharing a house with somebody, yeah.
But we're not talking thousands of dollars. We're talking like maybe it's like 150.
Yeah, for a ride. Let's say your ride is $30. You do a share, it's like 18 or 20.
Well, see, a share I might be okay with in a car because you're only
you can always get that random
you're
H
staying
check.
at a house.
Uh-huh.
I'd be like, I'd rather spend an extra $30 where I have my privacy.
Yeah, I would too, unless the whole goal here is to not have privacy. You know what I'm saying? Barefoot Society, buddy.
Okay, add that to our list. I pay you money to do.
Get this, Dick. The former wife of a NASA astronaut pled guilty on Thursday to lying to law enforcement. Summer Warden, who is 50 years old, faces up to 5 years in federal prison and a $250,000 fine for the false 2019 claim about her then estranged wife, Anne McClain. That's right. This is a marriage of the lesbian proportion, Dick. So this is two ladies. Don't get too confused. Try and stay with me. This is the year 2025. That type stuff is perfectly fine. Get this. In March of 2019...
Why are you saying that as if like the show is like against it at one point?
I don't know, dude. I'm just being
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, I mean, I guess the way it reads is kind of confusing. But
It was hard. The first time I read this, I'm like, wait.
Well, first off, I didn't know women could be astronauts, so I assumed it was. I assumed it was a man. I mean, come on, God.
Well, this is interesting. In 2019, Warden, who is not the astronaut, told investigators that her astronaut wife had guessed the password illegally and accessed their bank account while she was deployed at the International Space Station. So this chick's up there in space, and she's accusing her of busting into their shared bank account and stealing money.
The woman in space is accusing the Earthling.
This is why I described it the way I did.
The Earthling.
Earthling, yes.
Is accusing
the astronaut.
Space lady.
Astronaut is what I typically call them. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
space. Hey, if you want to call them space lady,
space
go
lady.
For it.
It has a lot more. I get it now. You have to use the keyword lady. Astronaut is gender neutral, and I'm trying to visualize this.
Yes. So she accuses space lady of stealing their password unauthorized, getting into their bank account, and snooping around and stealing money.
Okay.
Now, first of all, I didn't know that they had internet access up there. I guess it makes sense, right, with Starlink and you see video and stuff. It's just not something you think about while they're up there in space. They're hitting up their gram, you know. It's not something you think about, but yeah. So apparently, though,
I mean, I don't think there's a lot to do up there.
Yeah. I guess it makes sense. And she can't defend herself. She's in space, for crying out loud. Not a lot of lawyers up there. Matt Damon. That's about it. Well, apparently she made the whole thing up.
Oh, so
she lied. The space lady did not attempt to hack into the account.
Did anybody?
I think she was accessing it, but it was through credentials that her ex-wife had given her.
Oh.
Right? There was no hacking.
Why is this a story? Just
don't
because
know.
they're in space?
Somebody. This is apparently the very first crime that
Katy
involves.
Perry went to space. Space isn't that big of a deal.
This
Katy
is real
Perry,
space. This is not faux space.
And she kissed the ground.
Yeah, that was pretty.
We're good. We're good. We don't
No, this
need-
is apparently the very first crime that involves someone in outer space.
Oh,
That's
cool.
why this is a story, and the whole lesbian thing kind of makes it cool and a little twist to it.
Well, it's illegal in some countries. So I guess technically.
I wonder if it's legal in space.
So, I mean, have they declared that yet?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Who's the governor of outer space?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Probably Elon Musk.
Check this out real quick before the break. A 22-year-old is fighting for his life.
It's nice to know that divorced couples, there's a big range of problems that they occur.
We all go through it at different points, right?
Like, why would she? So, was her money missing? Is that why she accused her, or was?
I mean,
it
she
more,
made the whole thing up, so.
Well, no.
I mean, she was accessing it. Look, if you're so interested, why don't you read the story?
Well,
huh?
I'm trying to figure out where like the problem is, because it'd be one thing if like, oh, she accessed it from space and she stole a bunch of money, but if you're mad because she accessed the bank account, that's why you're mad. Like, what?
Well, I mean, I can get into more detail if you really wanted to, but you were already saying, why is this a story? So I moved on.
Yeah, it's just.
But this is an interesting one right here before the break. A 22-year-old
It's just a good old-fashioned cat fight.
is fighting for his life in the hospital after he swallowed an entire hamburger.
Whoa.
Quote, for a joke. The man, who has not been named, is reportedly on a ventilator after the alleged prank during a meal with friends
through the butt?
having caused significant damage to his vital organs. Oh my God. So this is one of these young kids
I like it.
doing pranks. Hey man, see if you can swallow that whole hamburger. Well, he did, but didn't turn out so well. Dick, did you ever do anything like that when you were a kid? The eating pranks, stuff like that? I personally can't remember myself doing stuff like that, but I do know a kid one time snorted a pixie stick up his nose, and it went about like you thought it would. I don't know. I'm just going to go on record that the only thing that you...
I would say as a kid, I would never like try to eat as many, pieces of candy or something. I would never do anything like that.
I'm just going to go on record and say the only thing that should go in your nose are boogers and the occasional finger. That's it, bud. Nothing else. Let that be a word to you, buddy. Nothing? You didn't do anything like that?
I mean, I didn't do any cocaine. What are you talking about?
No, as a kid. All right, man, it's a pretty good time to take a break. When we come back, we're going to discuss a new way of speaking. Right here on the Audience of One show, everybody.
Did you know that was real?
Around.
That synth coke was a real thing?
Stick around. What?
So, like in the 80s?
Synthetic coke?
Yeah, so you could buy it to make it look like you have it, so like hook up with chicks and guys and stuff like that.
Oh, we must investigate further during the break, sir.
That's because I saw an ad.
Dude, you've done like 15 rails tonight, and you're perfectly fine. Yeah, man, I'm built different.
Yeah, no, I saw an ad. I was
Wanna go
like,
out?
this isn't real. And I look it up, and I was like, no, actually, it really was. Like you could order it.
It's like Cocaine Zero.
Yeah, it's just to look like it. So
Yeah.
when you're going out and like, oh, that guy's got some. Like, yeah, look at Jeff's so cool.
All the pleasure without the guilt.
Yeah, that's.
Cocaine Zero.
I need to buy that and put it in your bag, so when you go on your next trip, people find a vial of
please not.
synthetic coke.
All right, man. We'll take a break. We'll be
That was
right back,
pretty
guys.
We're not leaving.
I said we'll be right back.
We're not leaving.
Well, I am for a few minutes.
Car enthusiasts of Conroe, FM 104.5 and 106.1 Lone Star Community Radio invites you to shift into gear every Monday from 1 to 2 with Cruising Car Club Talk with Robert and Randy for news on all things automotive in the greater Houston-Conroe area. Can't make a live show? We've got you covered. You can find all of our uncut content, including full episodes on Spotify, iTunes, Play Store, YouTube, Facebook, and irlonestar.com. Again, that's Mondays 1 to 2, Cruising Car Club Talk with Robert and Randy. See you there.
We're back here at part 2 of Audience of One show on Lone Star Community Radio. Feel free to subscribe to the show on your podcasts and, of course, Lone Star Community Radio, irlonestar.com/a for more info. And then, yeah, we're having fun. Send us your fun articles to audienceofOneShow@gmail.com. And then any insight you have about killing cats. Because I need to know some techniques with a crossbow. I can't believe that's real. I think it's great, though.
Yeah, again, I think you should put that on your dating profile. Desires to go to an Australian cat hunt.
Well, no, I was telling you that. Like, that was one of the... If you took all the profiles that I saw, the two most common things I saw on the dating apps were, one, all they like to do is travel. And number two,
I got a trip for you.
they only take
Australia.
pictures in the bathroom.
Right.
Because a lot of bathroom photos, and that really weirded me out. Because I think we talked about
Public
that.
bathroom photos, too.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Private, public, yeah.
It's kind of wild.
Don't get it.
And
Unsuspecting people in the background.
But I'm definitely going to do that for the next girl or whoever goes, oh, I love to travel. I'm like, yeah, I want to go to Australia, hunt some cats. And she's like, oh, like lions? No, house cats.
15 pounds and under. Hey, you did show me the video for the synthetic cocaine
Oh, you like
during the
that?
break. That was hilarious. Now, I think part of the
I
humor...
find some cool stuff on the internet.
Part of the humor was just the fact that it had the 1980s broadcast quality to it, or
Yeah.
not broadcast, but whatever. It just looked like it was straight from the 80s. But the fact that it exists at all was secondary.
Well, my favorite part about the video was they're basically saying, like, hey, you could get because this was like a local thing.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, I think it was in New York or something like that. That's where they're advertising. So they're like, oh, you can get it at your, like, certain type of store. I forgot the names of the stores. Basically, it was like head shops. Yeah. But then they go, but you can also ship from this location. Just mail us a check. But
I just love how they ran a little vignette at the end. Where there's a guy and a girl, and she says, did you get this stuff for me? And he whips out a little vial, and he's like, right here.
And
then he winks at the camera. Ding!
And what was the tagline? Like, in your wallet will love it.
Something like that. Yeah, because it's only $9.99.
That stuff's wild to me. But then again, I still can't get over those ED pills that look like mints. That still blows my mind. Like, some idiot thought of that.
Yeah, somebody who wasn't concerned about getting it confused with other mints.
Yeah.
Tic Tacs, perhaps. Yeah. You got to make them look wildly different. That could be
yeah.
could be a problem.
It's weird.
That
That's
way.
really weird to me.
Yeah. Man, I was in my backyard the other day, and I had one of those moments where I saw a few different birds. I'm just going to tell you, man, nothing says you are getting old like being able to identify birds. Just not an activity of the young, dude. I'm like, oh, look, is that a Carolina wren? Perhaps an eastern bluebird. Oh, wow, look at this. Honey, look at this. Kids don't care. And I didn't care as a kid.
I knew some kids that like that stuff. Like, they can identify trees, and they can identify birds, and then different snakes. And
Mm-hmm. Do those kids still exist?
yeah,
Okay. Are they called Boy Scouts?
probably.
Yeah. I don't know. I just felt like I had a wave of, I don't know, something come over me. Like, oh, no, this is it. This is the beginning. Actually, I've had a couple of those. This is the beginning. So I think I'm past the beginning now. Birds.
Trees are really interesting, too.
I enjoy the tree. I might be growing a few little baby trees myself, or at least trying.
I was meant for burning.
Oh, well, jeez. Do you ever think
There's
anyone...
different profile flavors
Oh,
for
all right.
barbecue.
I thought you just like to light stuff on fire. Speaking of
Nah.
birds, do you think anyone has ever actually killed two birds with one stone?
Probably.
It's the type of guy I want to meet.
Yeah.
Take him to Australia.
Randy Johnson hit a bird with a ball.
Oh, yeah. He actually doesn't like to be reminded of that. He wasn't very happy with it.
Then he shouldn't have done that Cheetos commercial.
Did he do a Cheetos commercial?
Yeah, during the playoffs, when the Mariners were playing the Blue Jays, there was a Cheetos commercial. He was sitting there in his backyard, and he sees a Blue Jay. And he was a Mariner, you know that. That's
Predominantly. He was
yeah.
also a Houston Astro for a bit.
Yes. But he sat there, looked at it, had a ball in his hand, and looked at it, looked down. He's like, should I do this?
That is pretty interesting because anytime I've ever heard it brought up in conversation, he's not too keen to speak
First of
about
all, it
it.
was an accident.
It
So
was, and
you
he
can't- you'd be like,
destroyed the bird, too.
yeah, I'd be like, isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild. But
Speaking of Cheetos, did you hear that they are taking away the versions of the popular snacks with no artificial dyes or flavors in them? So starting in December, They will be selling simply NKD versions. I think the NKD stands for naked. Versions of the popular snacks without any artificial dyes or flavors, meaning no bright orange color. This move comes following a push by the Health and Human Services Secretary, Robert F. Kennedy, to get rid of synthetic food dyes in the nation's food supply. And the Food and Drug Administration asked the industry to stop using dyes in April.
Oh, you know what's funny? I was listening to that guy the other day, and I was thinking, what happens if someone gives him one of those cigarette microphones? What he would sound like?
Like stoma?
Yeah, like
Probably sound normal.
I don't know.
We have the reverse effect.
No,
But they're still
it probably sounds like it's what's coming through the voice.
But what I want to know, though, are they still going to put the Cheeto powder on it? Even if it's colorless, they got to have the powder, right?
Why would they not?
I mean, it's kind of a rite of passage to lick your fingers, after eating Cheetos. I don't care if it's orange or not. You just got to lick the good stuff off.
What I love about this is, like, say you buy like 4 flavors of it, but there's no color to them, and then you just put them all in one bowl.
Yeah, that's the thing. Look, if we never had the color, we wouldn't know what to miss, right? We wouldn't care that the thing was purple or white or whatever. We put these flavors in there, and then we associate that with a flavor, or put the colors in there and associate it with
$5 a
flavor.
bag. Dang, man, that's right up there with
Naked
pirate,
Cheetos?
pirate booty, dude.
Yeah, pirate booty and duty is not real bright orange. You don't find that bright orange color in nature very often, man. Did you know there's some people, or have you ever seen people eating Cheetos with chopsticks to avoid the Cheeto finger?
Yeah.
I think that's a thing, man.
I do.
Yeah.
I don't like
Cheetos
Cheetos. I
or
don't
chopsticks?
like Cheetos. So
Have you tried the Simply Cheetos?
no, I don't know what it is about Cheetos. It's just kind of like it's at the middle of the table when it comes to those snacks. Like the Puffs, way above it.
Puffs. But see, I feel like I've had these Simply Cheetos before, and they are kind of colorless, and they taste different. They're not exactly the same, but this is dated just this week. This is a new thing, but I swear I think I've seen
you
those
can get them
in
in the store.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I swear I've already had them and or purchased them before, but be on the lookout for these naked snacks, Dick.
See, I don't eat enough of these to like recognize the changes. When I go into the store,
These are iconic, though, man. You're going to recognize these.
I don't know.
Hey, when you were a kid, speaking of Cheeto fingers and things you did as a kid, did you ever have like a go-to doodle? Something when you were bored that there was something you would draw and it was
No.
the one that you would draw over and you'd always go back to it? Did you ever
It's
draw
just like
that?
a super bad thing.
No. What is that?
You don't remember his doodle problem?
Please tell me he was drawing penises.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do kids still do
You don't
that?
remember that?
I guess I do. It's been a while.
That was
since
a
I did
great
that.
little montage.
Do kids still draw penises on school property?
Probably. I mean,
Man, I hope so.
that my buddy David, he always takes pictures of them when he's traveling and stuff, and he sends it to me. He's like, "Hey, you leaving your mark here?"
Yeah. You've talked about that before.
Yeah.
I used to draw this S, and
Yeah,
it looks like the satanic
the
S.
6 lines.
Yeah,
and
you
then-
draw 6 lines. Yeah, and I did that. No, okay, I guess that. Can you ever be bad at it? I did that for a little while, but then of course there was that rumor going around that stands for Satan, and if you saw that S somewhere, that means
Yeah.
you're a worshiper of Satan.
Everything stands for Satan, though.
It does if you think about it too hard.
They
So you didn't have a
they-
go-to doodle,
They thought
huh?
ACDC
for sure.
was like an acronym for some type of devil worshiping.
Oh, what did that stand for?
It's alternating current, direct current. That's
No,
literally-
I understand, but they had a different meaning for ACDC. But no, I understand alternating direct current, but doesn't matter.
I'm looking it up for you. Antichrist, Devil's Child.
That's it. I'm gonna go with that one.
That did sound pretty hard.
It does sound pretty hard. I don't know, man. Get this, Dick. You kind of alluded to this earlier, and I said that's foreshadowing to the second half of the show. But according to new data from the online reservation service company Resy, 90% of Gen Z diners, I know you don't know what Gen Z is,
I don't eat
say
out.
they will enjoy, or they do enjoy, communal tables, compared to just 60% of boomers, highlighting a generational revival, it says, of one of the restaurant world's most polarizing trends, seating multiple groups of diners together at a large banquet table. Are you comfortable going to a restaurant sitting at one of these long
Sure.
tables. You don't care?
I wouldn't do it, but I don't. If that's the only option, and I'm starving, yes.
Yeah, I don't. I'm kind of right in the middle. I think I would prefer having my own table, but I know that it also depends on the atmosphere of the restaurant.
Yeah.
Some places that's kind of all they offer, these real long tables. You saw that a lot, or I saw it a lot in Disneyland because they were just so busy space-wise. That's the only way to do
Yeah.
it. And you just sit right down next to somebody. Well, apparently Gen Z is kind of cool with this, which is kind of weird. I don't know. I figured that you would have some kind of hot opinion on this.
Well, I mean, what restaurants are you thinking of? Because I mean, usually, top of my head is barbecue joints. Because a lot of
Yeah.
times the seating is very limited, so it's just like you got to sit where there's seats. And then like breweries, same thing.
Right. You see it a lot at breweries.
Breweries.
Yep.
I went to B-52s with my mom, and she started talking to people, and I'm like, and I looked at her and I go, I invited you here to spend time with you. You know that, right?
This is how you get your identity stolen.
And then she's like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm trying to talk to you, but you're talking to everybody else.
But me, she's like, I see you all the time.
Yeah, but I'm like, do you need to get out more?
Was it a communal table setting?
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. I will say this. I always look for the table that doesn't have anybody at it, though.
What I did, this is one of my favorite things that my mom subconsciously does, is she loves talking about her family, right? But for some reason...
She omits you.
But for some reason, if you're in front of her, she won't talk about you. And I'm just sitting there going like, all right, we get it. Like, you got a great family. What about me?
I have 4 kids. I mean, 5.
6.
6. I'm sorry.
And
this one over here.
Yeah, it's the funniest thing. And I'm like, man, Mom, talking to you takes forever because you got to talk about each kid. And then...
Well, Resi's report found that 63% of the respondents feel that communal tables are great for meeting new people, with half of them saying they've had interesting conversations with someone they otherwise wouldn't have spoken to, similar to your mom, while dining with strangers. 1 in 3 say they've met a new friend this way, and 1 in 7 say they've even landed a date.
I believe that. I went to St. Arnold's Brewery one time, and this is before they built their new location. And it was just a beer house, so it was just long tables. And we were there. It happened to be Red Hat Day or something. The ladies of the Red Hat ladies. You ever seen that nonprofit group?
Probably have.
I don't really know exactly what. They all kind of look like nuns because they have like big old hats. And I'm sitting there, and we sat next to them. We're chatting with them, and I go, no one would believe that I'm sitting at a table just full of chicks. And they appreciated that joke. But,
well, I have a theory that Gen Z likes this communal dining because this is probably the only time they get socially acclimated, right? Because all of their social interactions are online.
Red Hat Society.
They're online, chatting, video games, streaming, whatever. They're never face-to-face with people, so when they do go out, this is their opportunity to mingle. The Red Hat Society.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Well, look at that.
Encourages women and their guests to get the most out of life. We support women in the pursuit of fun, friendship, freedom, fitness, and fulfillment of lifelong dreams.
But do they wear shoes?
I bet a couple of them don't. I don't know.
There you go.
I was sitting at a table. I wasn't looking at people's feet.
I'm just wondering. I mean, we covered the Barefoot Society. Now we're at the Red Hat Society. Very society-focused this episode.
But it was a very funny scenario, though, because you can imagine like 50 to 80 women all sitting there drinking, and I'm sitting there going like, this is too easy.
Yeah, this is like shooting fish in a barrel.
But they're all in their 50 pluses.
Hey, that's okay.
But it was great. It's they're a great organization. So if you're, what's funny though is that's one thing I found if you go through the I Love Conroe and stuff, people are always looking for stuff to do. Or they're lonely.
Yeah, anything to do tonight? I've seen that quite a bit.
Well, they asked one guy, I was like, what do you do if you don't drink? And one guy's like, you can go to a bar and not drink, right?
Yeah. Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
This is interesting. Last point on this, though. For members of the notably anxious generation, that would be Gen Z, the communal environment offers a social buffer because you don't have to be the focus or the initiator of conversation. They got a good point there. Because if you're at a table with somebody who's one-on-one, the focus is always going to be on you. But if you randomly meet a stranger and they could bring up something like, hey, this Barefoot Society, you heard about this? You're like, oh, yeah, I'm a member. New friend.
Yeah, but you don't like new people.
Don't like them at all.
Do you even like people?
like you.
Yeah, but
Kinda.
who
Kinda.
doesn't like me?
Get this, Dick. This is pretty funny. Researchers set out to find if a man's voice was enough to deter bandit seagulls from messing with you while you were on the beach. Have you ever had this unfortunate activity occur when you're on the beach and the seagulls catch a whiff of your naked Cheeto and one of them shows up? Before you know it, there's 15 of them things.
Okay.
Well, talking to them might stop them in their tracks, but researchers found out that shouting is a more effective way to make them fly away.
I thought you were supposed to throw X-Lax.
Is it X? No, that makes them crap. It's supposed to be
Oh,
Imodium or something, right? Makes them explode. Something that...
yeah.
No, you don't want to... What was it? It's an antacid or some sort, I think.
Oh, it's Alka-Seltzer.
Alka-Seltzer, there you go. The stuff that fizzes.
Yeah, that's
So get this, researchers...
that's pretty demonic right there. Throwing a bunch of Alka.
Yeah, and then watching them explode.
I don't really explode.
No, well, internally they do, and then they just kind of die. This is funny, though, but researchers placed French fries in a Tupperware box in towns across the southwest coast of England and tested how 61 European gulls reacted to the recordings of a robin's song. A male voice saying, "No, stay away, that's my food," and then a voice shouting those words. But this is really funny. One, that they have time and or money and budget to do these types of things. Really, who cares? It also says there have been previous research done on this. That gulls could be dissuaded from snatching snacks by approaching them or making eye contact with them. But ultimately, I know, but ultimately, the louder that you shouted, the more effective it was. The only reason I bring this up, Dick, this is so stupid.
That you found this? I agree.
That this is an actual thing on ABC News.
Yeah.
I mean, they are kind of a nuisance. I'll get that. But to me, did we really need to have a study to the most effective way to get rid of them?
Maybe something's coming.
What do you mean? That sounded ominous.
The great culling
Oh, no.
of the seagulls. They're going to take over, dude. I mean, it's one of, especially if you live by a body of water like a beach or something, the seagulls can be a problem. I remember in Galveston, they were a problem, just depending on when they're migrating or
Did you
whatever.
ever try yelling at them?
No. I just ran at them and tried to kick them.
I could see little 10-year-old Dick running at seagulls.
And then I got
I am one of you!
And I got a pellet gun, and they're like, my mom's like, "What are
Whoa.
you doing?" And I'm like,
Well, I can't afford to go to Australia, so this is the next best thing.
"I'm just bored."
Right.
And then the Alka-Seltzer was the next thing.
Speaking of that,
I went to Costco and spent $400 on Alka-Seltzer. Oh man!
Were you aware that in 2019 that a exotic-looking bright orange bird was rescued by wildlife after they saw it on the side of the road? I think there's a picture of this thing. It's really crazy. Super bright orange bird. And they were unclear what was going on with this bird, this feathery phoenix. Turns out he was just covered in curry.
Oh my God!
Yeah, isn't that nuts? It looks like this really crazy, wild, exotic bird because of its orangey yellow flavor, and not some of the stuff. You know what? Robert Kennedy had a problem with this, I'm sure. But as it turns out, it was just a bird that had gotten into some curry, and they washed it off, and he was fine.
Did they eat it?
The curry or the bird?
The bird.
Probably tastes pretty good.
No, it probably tastes like butt.
It says covered in turmeric or curry, which prevented him from flying properly.
That sucks. How do you get into that?
I don't know.
Sucks.
So weird.
Do you help animals when they're doing that? Like when you see a turtle or something, do you help them?
So if they're on the road, no, because I have heard more than one story of some good to average Samaritan helping a turtle cross the road, and they end up getting plowed over. The person.
Well, they didn't take the precautions of blocking the road.
I think you just let the turtle go, dude. Now, I helped a turtle not that long ago, actually.
I just say choose your destiny, and they are, and they're living their life.
I did something pretty.
That's what I yell when I see squirrels trying to cross the road. I'm like, choose your destiny.
That you took the words right out of my mouth. I broke for a squirrel.
I
the
didn't
other day.
break. I just go.
Give it the gas.
And you say choose your destiny. That's what I mean. I don't. What else? Are you gonna slam on your brakes and then the guy behind you hits you? Like, I don't have time for this. You mean deer almost hit every night going home? It's. I go like
Your luck's gonna run out one of these days.
no, I go 15 miles an hour on certain roads because I know because I've hit a deer.
Yeah.
And it was crazy, and I was just like, oh, that sucks, but I don't want to.
It's just fate.
So I go 15 miles an hour, and people behind me honking. I'm like, screw you, dog. I'm not gonna hit this.
Now,
deer.
see if that deer was covered in curry.
Probably eat it.
Yeah.
No,
we'll
actually,
see
I
it
wouldn't. I
too.
wouldn't eat any of those local deer. That'd be gross. They're probably inbred.
This is pretty funny, Dick. A Simi Valley woman, I'm thinking this is in California, who allegedly drove a minivan across 4 counties on Monday, leading law enforcement on an hours-long chase before finally driving into Mexico, was arrested. Get this, dude. She drove for hours, I think, evaded police. They threw out spike strips, chased after her. And she made it. She actually did it. She made it into Mexico. She was free. She was caught, however, when she turned around and tried to re-enter the United States. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I guess she got there and went, huh, now what? I did it. I don't have any pesos and I don't speak the language. So she turned around and came back into the United States and was promptly arrested.
Yeah, again, we're at that point, that cross point of technology kind of helping society and criminals not realizing this. Yeah. So,
dude, she made it. Like, that was everybody always said, I got to make it to the county line. And that never works. You know, you cross the county line, the next set of cops are going to get you. But if you get into Mexico, you're kind of free. I mean, she had a 2004 Toyota Sienna. I mean, she already had a sweet ride, but I guess she she didn't think out her plan completely. Turned around.
What'd she do?
It doesn't say.
Did she leave her kid on the side of the road with a gun and a bag full of groceries?
No, yeah, and say I'm going to Guam or Idaho or whatever it was. No, I just think it's pretty funny. There's a lot of detail in this, but the fact that she actually did escape, and they're like, well, guess she got away, and then they see her turning around and heading right back into town. Yeah. I don't know, man. Dick, are you familiar with the term algo speak?
No.
It's something we've actually done here on the show. I think you've heard me use the term unalive.
Okay.
Which is code
for suicide.
Whoa. Don't say that word.
You can't say
No.
Suicide prevention?
No, suicide prevention, maybe.
Maybe
we'll get away with that. But
what's weird about that to me isn't that I know locally there's some great organizations here about prevention, suicide prevention. They're like their key thing is talk about it.
Yeah.
And so now we're not allowed to say it?
Well, let me explain a little further. In social media,
well, you're telling me not to say it
because we are kind of on the media.
You're not allowed to say it as the media?
I'm sure we're fine. It's mostly for social media. Algo speak is a self-censorship phenomenon in which users adopt coded expressions to evade automated content moderation.
Oh, okay.
It allows users to discuss topics deemed sensitive to moderation algorithms while avoiding penalties such as shadow banning.
So is it like using the eggplant emoji?
Kind of.
And the peach emoji? Is that the peach? Is that what the girl one is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I use.
I don't know. I usually have to look stuff up when people send me stuff I don't understand, which is everything. But
trying to find some of these here. A corn emoji signifies pornography.
Really?
Because of corn.
Oh my gosh.
Hey man, I'm just trying to help you out.
Any racial ones?
One of the terms is called Voldemorting.
Oh my gosh. What's that mean?
Referencing the fictional character from, I guess, Harry Potter, also known as You-Know-Who. Refers to the use of coded expressions to avoid giving attention to, the action. Okay, so algo speak is also called Voldemorting. I thought that itself was a Voldemort.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Next.
Well, the point is now this type of speak is actually entering into regular language where you don't necessarily need to self-monitor or code People are now speaking like this, is my point.
So
hey,
like,
man, did you hear that guy unalived himself? You could have said the actual word. You didn't have to say unalived. You're having a
like
normal
when
conversation.
someone has autism, but they're physically different, you can't say the R word.
Yeah, there's probably a term to describe that as well.
Special needs.
Oh my
Like,
God, there's
you
some crazy ones in
you,
here.
You get mad at me for saying, was it midget?
Dude, I don't get mad at you. It's the
Or dwarf?
Society has deemed these as words we no longer use.
No,
I'm
I
sure
get
there's-
it. I
yeah.
get it. There's some real words I will not say, but
Yeah, there's some things in here I can't really say. I guess that's why I'm struggling to find most of these. Most of these are
I
really,
was
really vulgar.
curious why you brought this up
Because we have done this before ourselves, and I didn't realize there was a term actually given to it called algo speak. I think it's interesting. It's a whole new way kids are talking.
I like it. I guess. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a whole new way. We've been making up words to represent other words.
Kind of have, huh? Now we
Yeah,
have a word
this
to
isn't
describe it.
new. This isn't new. But no, I understand what you're saying, and I respect it.
We got to shorten words now. Everything's shortened,
No one says LOL anymore, which sucks. I always enjoyed that.
except if you're old. If you're a boomer, you do.
Lol.
You do. All right, buddy. Let's have the quick hit here at the end of the show, shall we? Dick, do you know who Sam Ballard is?
No.
Well, he was a promising young rugby player from Sydney, Australia. He was once enjoying drinks at a friend's place when they noticed a slimy creature crawling on the patio.
Oh no.
Encouraged by his friends, the 19-year-old Sam ate the bug.
What?
Sam didn't fall sick immediately, but started experiencing severe leg pains in the days following the party in 2010. He suspected it might be a result from eating the slug. I don't know. Maybe. But his mother assured him by saying, "No one gets sick from that." She was wrong.
This is a depressing story.
Yeah, however, Sam eventually developed a brain infection and slipped into a coma for 420 days before doctors could bring him back. But upon waking, he was paralyzed from the neck down, suffering seizures, and he had difficulty regulating his body temperature and now needs to be fed through a tube. All because of a stupid prank. Just like we were talking about earlier. This dude ate a slug. And sadly, in 2018, he died at the age of 28. All from this party trick, I guess. So this guy eating a hamburger, swallowed it whole. Now he's on a ventilator. This guy back in 2010 eats a slug. 8 years later, it eventually kills him. Dick, let this be a lesson to you. Is Sam Ballard our audience onesie of the week?
Right.
I'm not so sure, man.
Well,
Maybe this woman who drove into Mexico. I'm not sure. Maybe this week we'll have our
I think
first
it's the guy who
episode.
put curry on the bird.
Do you think that somebody put curry on the
No.
bird, or he just like fell into a vat of curry?
Yeah.
Are there vats of curry laying around?
I mean, it depends on where you live.
I suppose you're right. All right, buddy. Well, that's all I got for this week, homie. And Hamey. Whatever I almost said.
I'll go speak.
That's right. I'll go
That's
speak.
some curse words.
That's when you say,
Onesies, we'll see you later. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we'll see you after Thanksgiving, I guess. Right?
That's right. No. We've got one coming.
The day after Thanksgiving.
I guess it's the day after.
So I
yeah,
said after
technically.
Thanksgiving, right? That's right, right? Right?
Yes. I think you're right, actually, for once.
Well, the clock's right twice a day, right?
Okay, I'm finding all kinds of examples now I could probably say. We'll save those for next week. Bye-bye.